everyone, this is S. Pravalika, Assistant Professor, Department of AML, Aditya University. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss regarding Agile Project Management. At the end of this lecture, the student will be able to explain about what is meant by Agile Project Management. So let us move on to the today's session. Agile Project Management. So what does this Agile Project Management mean by? So Agile Project Management is an iterative methodology used to guide a project through its life cycle. So based on the Agile life cycle, we are going to navigate a project. So it is a project management. It is an iterative methodology used to guide a project. So iterative methodology. So iteration in the sense a repetitive process. So which guides the project through its life cycle. So this means that this means that it divides the project into multiple smaller parts or iterations. So we have discussed already in the previous sessions. So if there exists a larger project, or else if there exists a more number of things to be involved in a project, so what we will be doing is we will be breaking everything into smaller chunks. So that means if there exists a large volume of the project, that large volume will be divided into smaller modules. So based on the number of preferences, we are going to break down into smaller chunks. And what we'll be doing is we'll be individually working on this particular modules and bringing them to the working condition. So next point, once completed, the project team and stakeholders review each part and provide feedback. So this is what we are discussing. So once we are done with the job, so what happens? The project team, whoever involved in the project team, as well as the stakeholders who will be taking care of the project, who will be responsible for the project, they are going to review each part, and as well as they are going to provide feedback, whether how the outcome is, whether it is meeting their expectations, or else do it require any changes, or else something to be added. So whatever the necessary things they require, they are going to specify in the feedback. So iterations are often known as sprints, especially in Scrum. So in Scrum, we are calling them as sprints. So regarding sprint, we have already discussed in the last class. Sprint is the place where we are just setting some time limit and we are assigning the works. So every work assigned will be given in some sprint. So in one sprint, we'll be having many terminologies of sprint review, sprint backlog, sprint meeting, sprint planning, everything. So once we are done with that sprint, we are moving on for the next sprint. So next point, the critic of the work session or the sprint that determines the next step to be taken in the project life cycle. So what happens in this work session or else in the sprint? So it is going to determine the next step in the project life cycle. So what has to be done further? So for example, if we are going with the requirements as the first sprint, so what was the next one? So definitely we'll be going for the feasibility study. If feasibility study is one sprint, so we are going to the next phase, that is design. So if design is one sprint, if everything is fine in the design, so we are moving on to the development. So if development is one sprint, so development will be happening in the many sprints. So once we are done with the development sprint, we are moving on to the next sprint. So determining the next step in the project life cycle. So last point. So the benefit of this technique is that problems are easily spotted along the way so that the team can solve them more effectively and efficiently. So this is the benefit. So if we are working in the smaller modules, what happens? If any issue arises, so we can easily spot that issue and we can solve them. So if we are working in a bulk, or else if we are taking a large process, or else if we are working with a large module, definitely it may arise some issues. So if we are working in the smaller chunks, it is easy for us to solve that. So this was regarding the introductory part of Agile Project Management. So next one, phases involved in the Agile Project Management. So what were the phases that we can see here is, we can see 5 phases. So the first phase, envision. Second phase, speculate. Third one, explore. Fourth one, adapt. And fifth one, close. So these were the 5 stages involved in the Agile Project Management process. So first one, envision. So what happens in the envision? Identify client requirements, resources and project goals. So in the envision, we need to identify the client requirements. So we need to identify the resources, as well as we need to identify what is the project goal. So these will be monitored in this envision. So first phase. So second phase, speculate. So in this speculate, what are we going to do? Brainstorm the expected timeline and project approach. So in the speculation, we are going to monitor, we are going to brainstorm the expected timeline as well as the approach for the project. So this is going to happen in the speculate. So the next one is explore. So what happens in the explore? work on the project deliverables and explore alternatives. So work on the project deliverables in the sense, so whatever we need to deliver at the end of project, so we need to work on that. At the same time, we need to explore alternative solutions. So not every problem will be having a single solution. So we'll be having multiple things to be checked. So what we'll be doing is, we'll be working on the project deliverables as well as we'll be exploring the alternative solutions for the project. So the fourth phase is adapt. So what happens in the adapt? Review project results, make adjustments based on the feedback. So for example, we have worked on something and we just given it for review towards the customers, towards the stakeholders, or else for the project team, whoever might be involved over there. So what they'll be doing, they'll be reviewing the project results and as well as they'll be suggesting us the feedback, or else if any improvements required or else any change requests required. So whatever might be their suggestions, they are going to suggest them. So what we need to do? So immediately should we shout on them, who are you to suggest me all these things? We should not. So what we need to do, we need to adapt their changes. So if their suggestion gives somewhat better productivity for us, so we need to accept those change requests and we need to adapt them. So the final one is close. So what happens in the close is, we'll formalize the project completion and compile the key lessons learned. So here we are going to finalize everything relevant to the project, and here we are also going to monitor what we have learned. So for example, we have designed something but we didn't get that expected output. So what happens? So definitely we'll be learning something from the failure, or else we'll be learning something from that experience. So what we have learned will be the key lessons. So we are going to monitor everything in closure. So these were the phases evolved in Agile project management process. So now, working of a Agile project management. So how it is going to work? So the Agile teams use quick feedback and continuous adaptation in the development of their software. So Agile teams are going to use quick feedback and continuous adaptation in the development of their software. So whatever requests or else whatever requirements requested by the customers or else stakeholders will be adapted. So based on the feedback as well as based on their reviews. So whatever the suggestions they are suggesting, so Agile teams are quickly responding towards them, and as well as continuous adaptation. So they are going to adapt the requests in development of their software. So in order to develop their software, they are going to adapt all these changes. And next point, they also need to continuously evaluate their time and cost to ensure that they are still on track. So what we need to monitor here, whether we are working on a perfect track or not. So perfect track in the sense, so we are having some estimations of timelines, we are having some estimations of cost, we are having some estimations of using of tools. So we need to calculate everything and we need to continuously evaluate whether we are on the track or not. So whether we are within the time, whether we are within the budget, or else we are moving out of budget, or else we are running out of time, or else do we require any extra time. So everything to be evaluated and we need to monitor whether we are on the track or not. So next one, APM. So APM is nothing but Agile Project Management uses velocity, burn up and burn down charts instead of Gantt charts, which is more traditional project management approaches used to track the progress. So Gantt chart is nothing but a chart where we are going to have the complete planning regarding the project. So this Agile Project Management uses velocity, burn up and burn down charts. So these were some of the tools that we'll be using for the Agile Project Management instead of Gantt charts. So instead of Gantt charts, they are using the velocity, burn up and burn down. So which is more traditional project management approach to track the progress. In order to track the progress, we'll be using these charts of velocity, burn up and burn down. And now here we can see the complete workings of the Agile Project Management. So we'll be having a product backlog. So the product owner is the one who is going to assign the product backlog, and based on that product backlog, we are going to have a sprint backlog. So that sprint backlog will be after the completion of the sprints, it will be completed as a working product. And Scrum Master is the one who is going to monitor each and everything relevant towards the sprints. So he is going to assign the sprints, he is going to assign the teams, and he is going to look after each and every terminology relevant to that particular sprints. So next one, Agile Project Management tools. So what were the tools that we are going to use on this Agile Project Management? So some of the tools are Monday.com. So Monday.com is one of the Agile project management tool. Second one, Nifty. Third one, Spira team. Fourth one, Rike. Fifth one, Request. These were the 5 Agile project management tools. So let us discuss in detail about them. So Monday.com. Monday.com has several useful features that make APM easier. So Monday.com is having many useful features that makes Agile project management easier. And these include reporting, time tracking, calendar, planning, and more. So it is having a features like reporting, it is having the feature like time tracking, calendar, planning, and more. And it will be suitable for small and large businesses alike. So it is suitable for both small as well as large scale businesses. So this was regarding Monday.com. So the next one is Nifty. So Nifty is a collaborative workspace application for Agile teams. With this tool, you can plan out your project and make notes of all milestones. So we can have the complete note of all milestones of what we have achieved so far by this Nifty. So the next one is Spira. So Spira by Inflectra is an Agile software development management software that helps manage all aspects of your project, and it includes iterations, requirements, tasks, releases, and bugs. So Spira is also by Inflectra, and it is also a software project management tool, so that helps to manage the project in all the aspects, and this includes the iterations, requirements, tasks, releases, and bugs. So whatever might the iterations that we are involving, whatever requirements we are involving, whatever tasks we are involving, everything we can manage by this Spira team. So next one, Rike. So Rike is an online platform that allows the Agile teams to collaborate in the real time. So this is one of the tool that was used in Agile project management. So next one, Riktest. So Riktest, we are going to have the holistic view of the project. Holistic view of the project. So what happens here? Riktest Agile board feature can help you gain more holistic view of your project through the project life cycle. So based on the project life cycle, throughout the project life cycle, we can have more holistic view of the project. So these were the project tools that was used by Agile project management. So at the end of the lecture, our student will be able to explain Agile project management. So in this Agile project management, he can explain regarding what is meant by Agile project management, as well as the tools involved in the Agile project management, as well as the phases involved in the Agile project management. Thank you.